Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Tanurbi Kafil and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am going to give a tutorial of ANOVA statistics using SPSS software. We can also do it manually, but in today's video, I'm going to give a brief tutorial about the ANOVA, how we can perform it using SPSS software. First of all, let me begin that what is ANOVA and why we did it. ANOVA is a type of stats that we use to apply on a data when we wanted to compare more than two study groups. Basically, it is for the study of variance. We wanted to check the variance between the groups and so that we'll get the difference among the groups, and we can also do multiple comparisons between the groups. For example, if we have 4 groups, we can do the multiple comparisons among groups using Tukey's analysis, and we can also get the overall difference between the 4 groups using ANOVA, and we can get the variance, that is their variance is equal or unequal among the 4 groups. So let's move on towards the computer screen, and I'll start the tutorial. Before starting the tutorial, let me just remind you that don't forget to subscribe my channel in order to get my more videos in future, and if you like this video, please share it to others. Let's begin. First of all, we'll open SPSS. We'll start ANOVA. Go into the file, open data, and open your Excel file in which you have feed your clinical data. Click open. Continue, and the sheet will be open. Okay, I wanted to compare 4 study groups, and I have almost 170 samples for each of the group. First group, then age and BMI was the 2 clinical parameters that I want to compare between the 4 groups. So I will write 1 up to 170 because I have 170 samples of diabetes mellitus. So then after that I'll start writing 2 up to 170 more for the control group, which is my second group. In the same lane, you have to feed your data in this way in order to perform ANOVA. It depends upon the number of samples. I have 170 samples for each group. After that, I will write 3 for my third group, that was DC, and I will again write it this up to 170 times. We don't need to feed the ID over here, we just need to feed the numbers. It's 3 for 170 times, and my last group is SC, and I will label it as 4. So in this way I will write 1, 2, 3, 4. Now go into the variable view and we'll enter the labels. This is type, string is my labeling, and group age and BMI is numeric type. Now I'll add value into the groups section. 1 is for TM, that was my first group, as I have labeled in my data view. 2 is for CL, and I will enter 3 is for DC, and 4 is for SC. In this way it will know about my labeling and the numbers that I have feed in front of groups. 3 were my scale variable and 1 was nominal. Now going back into the data view, now SPSS will show our value according to that numbers. Click into the analyze, compare means, go into compare means and click on One Way ANOVA, which is the last option. Now send the groups into the factor, and age and BMI, which are 2 factors that I want to compare between these 4 groups, send them into the variable view. Click descriptive in the option. Now click exception and click Tukey's for the multiple comparison between the 4 groups. Click OK. Now the output file shows our results. It's One Way ANOVA. 1 for BMI, 4 groups is mentioned, and the other for age. number, mean, standard deviation, standard error is also mentioned for each of the 4 study groups, and same is for age. Second is the ANOVA table, which is describing the difference between the 4 groups and within the 4 groups, and this is the p-value, that is 0.01 for BMI and 0.001 for age, and that both the factors are found to be significantly different. Post hoc analysis shows the multiple comparison. It denotes for BMI and age, and it shows the all possible difference between the 4 study groups in all possible 6 combinations, and it also gives the p-value, level of significance for each type of comparison, and same type of combination is also made for the age parameter. So this multiple comparison is also very much beneficial when you wanted to really know the difference between the 2 groups among more than 2 to 4 groups. This multiple comparison basically comes from the Tukey's analysis. So this is the simplest way. So this was just a simple type of stats or test that we can perform it easily using SPSS software. I hope you understand it clearly, and if you have any kind of confusion, you can ask me into the comment box, and I'll see you in my next video of statistics.